Skylar Cole for that stirring rendition of our national anthem. And we'll be right back. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. With Coach Stan Van Gundy and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. David Aldridge is with us as well. And here's what the Cleveland Cavaliers schedule looks like. On Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Los Angeles Clippers. Then on Wednesday, they'll go up against C.J. McCollum and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And looking at the Philadelphia matchup, it's going to be their 6th contest on the year. Fans will be curious to see how this team continues to form as the season goes on.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for the Timberwolves, Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Julius Randle is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's ATrain in at the point. Stan, peer through your coach's lens just a second for us. And what are you trying to accomplish early on in the season?
Well, I think, Kevin, there's so much player movement now. You've always got a lot of new guys. So, number one, you want to get everybody oriented into your system and the way that you do things. And then you're trying to figure out who are your best combinations on the floor, who starts, who comes off the bench, everybody's role. That takes time.
Oh, that's great insight. And MP tries to bring out his best when he's matched up against any of the league's top teams. You know, he has said it publicly, but he puts a lot of stock in games like this one.
And that's what makes this game so important. When you come out and let everyone know what you're thinking, you've got to back it up. MP's put some pressure on himself. We'll see how he handles it.
Time now to hand over to David Aldridge for some information about MP.
Thanks, guys. I talked to MP before the game, and he said there was a lot of confidence in the locker room. He said, we know this is a tough matchup for us, but we've got a strong game plan. We're all on the same page, and we're ready to execute. This will be a good measuring stick for them, guys.
I would say, David, the perfect measuring stick.
Oh, very solid from deep. Darius Garland hurts you in so many ways.
Randle a screen on Garland. Mobley with the block. Mitchell against Edwards. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And that's what happens when you get after it on the glass. Allen grinding it out and creating that second chance opportunity for himself.
And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. Garland, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Cavaliers have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Mitchell finds Garland. Cleveland moving it around. Edwards against Mitchell. Lays it up and banks it in.
And bursting through inside. So difficult to contain when Mitchell's on the attack.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. ATrain, the pass to Gobert. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen.
Yeah, the defender all over it. You know, when Rudy Gobert is down low, it strikes fear into the opponent. This is a guy who has led the league in blocks and rebounds at different times. Inside the paint, he is just a nightmare to battle against.
First one falls for him.
Well, known for being an exceptional defender, Gobert also has a good sense for when he should look to score.
And Gobert drops them both. The Cavaliers have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. The 3 from Garland. And it's McDaniels with the rebound. Timberwolves trail by 3. Here's ATrain. Randall, a screen on Garland. Out of bounds. Cleveland will take possession. And here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the league's top shot blockers from last season. Third is Evan Mobley.
And shot blocking is the element of the game that I think he cares about the most. That's where he puts in that effort and energy.
It's deflected. Here's ATrain. 43 points out last game. A floater. And Gobert kicks to McDaniels. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Mitchell against Edwards. Pass to Hunter. To the paint. Here's Allen. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
And how about the focus from Allen? Just powering through the physical defense and finding a way to score.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. He's ready to talk things through with the team.
Taking a look here at some numbers for Evan Mobley. He's coming off an excellent season. He put up about 20 points per game last season, 11 rebounds, and just over 2 blocks. Just a fantastic scorer off the bench. Always a factor in every game he plays.
Yeah, look, you need that kind of punch off the bench. Someone who can help shoulder the offensive load.
Now here's Edwards, hoping to put that miserable performance against the Clippers behind him tonight.
Where doesn't Edwards score from? Even in the mid-range, he makes shots.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch, and his priority this time out is trying to make it hard for Donovan Mitchell. He told me Donovan is an elite 3-level scorer. It's going to take more than one player to slow him down. We need all 5 guys communicating and working together defensively. A big challenge. Guys?
Thank you, David. The wide open look here for Garland. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Garland's got 8.
You have to take Garland seriously at the arc. He is a talented shooter.
Going inside. Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. That shot wide open.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Now, here's Mitchell. His last outing, he had 24 points. To the middle, here's Allen, and slam dunk by Allen.
And the defense so concerned with Mitchell in the 2-man game. That opens things up for others. Nice find.
Gobert, the screen. ATrain, the pass to Gobert. Count it.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here's Garland. His last outing, he had 24 points. Mitchell looking it over. Allen, a screen on Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Mitchell kicks to Garland. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Well, when you look at what he's provided them on the offensive end, it's been an important part of why they're leading.
Cross contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And I've really liked how they've moved the ball tonight. Because of this selfless approach, they are piling up the assists.
It's Garland with the ball for Cleveland. They lead by 4. They defeated Charlotte in their last game.
Yeah, and in that game, you see how they built out this roster, acquiring role players who can step up when needed.
Yeah, and they got contributions from everyone in that game. The whole rotation got involved in the scoring.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Throw good, Garland.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Both free throws good from Garland. GA, you look how Garland can create for himself. Very good off the catch or the bounce.
So deadly off of those high pick and rolls because he can dribble into that three. A playmaker that can do that is a headache. Garland knows how to create that space and get his looks.
Out to Edwards. Shot clock at 5. Here's Dillingham. Here's ATrain. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't get the lid off.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And Mitchell with a clear path to the hoop. Botches the breakaway layup.
Well, this hasn't been his quarter so far. He's really struggling to get going.
And that's a special play coming from the one spot.
You know, his passing can take a backseat for that dunk. Wow.
Wow, that is an impressive vertical for a point guard. My goodness.
Garland feeling it out a little bit. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And that's 15 points for Darius Garland.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
It's good from long range.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
Well, yeah, and the defense is going to have to respond to that and chase him off the arc.
ATrain banked in off the glass. ATrain's got 13.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Mobley outside. Mitchell outside. And here's Garland for 3. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 6 assists here tonight. Gobert with a screen on Garland. And again, another shot trained there from ATrain. 15 points in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Pass to Tyson. Outside Garland. Wound up there for Allen, and the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Garland.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over.
Cavalier substitution, number 9, Craig Porter.
The Minnesota Timberwolves coming to this one following a loss to Los Angeles. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, we've got DeAndre Hunter. Donovan Mitchell is out there with Porter. Then there's Mobley, and it's Capella in at the center position. Gobert with the block.
Well, you have to be aware of Gobert on the floor. He's got a few Defensive Player of the Year trophies. And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
Here's ATrain. He's got 15. For 3, Edwards. They get it back.
Doing his job on the glass and doing it with force.
And Greg, it's not everybody in the league who can make those kinds of plays.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Pass to Hunter on the wing. Porter. Cleveland moving the ball around. Down low, here's Mitchell. Oh, good on that one. Gobert with the defensive effort.
Well, clearly it hasn't been his best game offensively, but collectively, they've still found a way to get the lead.
Porter dishes to Hunter. Trying to find Capella, gets it to him. Mitchell left side. Gobert with the block.
And when Gobert is playing with this kind of aggression on that end, there aren't many better at defending.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Porter passes to Mobley. Back to Porter. And another miss by Cleveland. Timberwolves have gone 6 of 13 so far from the field here in the second quarter. Up top, Edwards. Covered by Hunter. Now Dillingham. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Clippers. Porter with a block. And again, the turnover by the Timberwolves. Daniels is checked in for Dillingham.
Jaden McDaniels.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They host the Clippers after this game. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Porter, no luck.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Driving inside. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hi, Kevin. Well, ATrain in the last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He ended up with 43 points, and he was a two-way player, causing the opponent headaches on offense and defense. A fantastic performance from him, something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
Now, here's Mitchell. He has 5. Mitchell sets the screen for Capella. Mobley against Randall. 6 to shoot. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The shot by Mitchell, no good. The Timberwolves trail. Here's ATrain. 19 points in the game. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam, using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Mitchell against Edwards. The kick out to Porter. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Minnesota shooting 48% from the field. Not bad at all. Pass to Mobley. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Count it, good. And it's now 23 points for ATrain.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Mitchell kicks to Hunter. Back to Mitchell. Hunter sets a screen for Mitchell. There's the 3. ATrain pulls it in. ATrain's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Randall outside. Randall is screen on Porter. Here's ATrain, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force them to the line.
And we'll get a look at how the hustle stat game has been going for the Timberwolves.
Wow, those early blocks are key. They are intimidating their opponents and making them hesitant.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
Jared Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Garland comes in for Porter. for three. Mitchell. A rebound by the Timberwolves. ATrain's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Pulls it up. Good on the bucket. ATrain's got 12 now in this quarter.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Mitchell outside. The three from Garland. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got his 7th assist of the game with that last one. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. ATrain, the pass to Gobert. And finished off by Gobert.
With his giant frame, Gobert sets a good screen and then just pivots into open position.
There's Garland. It's blocked. Out of bounds. Minnesota takes possession. You gotta love strong defense, especially when it comes in the form of harsh rejections. Wow.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
8 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Gobert with a screen on Garland. ATrain. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Timberwolves ahead, up 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
You direct your attention from the court and get ready for the big half-court shot. Drums, please. They're taking it off the side. Let's hear it for the participants.
Welcome, everyone, as we dig into the details. Things working out so far for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Love that they're taking high percentage shots, and it hasn't been easy for them. It's hard to score inside when the defense is collapsing on you.
Who needs three-pointers anyway?
Kenny did.
So thank you, Ernie.
And now let's take a glimpse at some of the games on the upcoming schedule.
I think for the Timberwolves, they didn't come out the gates the way they hoped. Took the L, but they don't think that represents who they are.
Well, it might be just a matter of shaking off that rust, Shaq, and I think the second game will give us some insight.
That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew with the second half.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. ATrain has been sensational.
Well, with a double-double in hand through 2 quarters, you can just imagine what his stat line will look like at the end of this one.
Well, he's already put in a full day's work. They might want to lighten the load on him in the second half.
And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot. Edwards on the wing. He's joined by McDaniel. Gobert is out there with Julius Randle. And it's ATrain in at the point. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Off the inbound. Count that one, and the Minnesota lead has been cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Garland. And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting it up around 51%. They're getting good looks. Here's ATrain, and that one drops. ATrain's got 29.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here's Hunter. Kicks it out to Garland. 5 on the clock. 3-pointer. On the wing, Mitchell. Finds himself wide open and drills it. Mitchell's got 7 points in the game.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Now here's Randall, and another 3 for Minnesota.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Outside Garland. Hunter on the wing. McDaniels defending. Tries it from the top of the key. No good on the shot.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots.
The Cavaliers trail by 7. Garland with it. Now defended by Gobert, and the shot is good. Garland's got 31.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
Into the lane.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
Yeah, they're not pulling any punches here. Even the guards are attacking the basket.
Hunter, the pass to Allen. Outside Garland. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-point bomb. Garland's got 34 points.
And he was hot from 3 to start this game. That's his first since halftime.
ATrain, the pass to Randall. McDaniels with the ball. Sinks the triple. McDaniels got the lead up to 7 now for the Timberwolves.
Really in a good position thanks to the accuracy from beyond.
Allen, a screen on Edwards. For 3, Mitchell. Minnesota with the rebound. ATrain's got 11 rebounds in the game.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of them.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 6 points and the bucket from Hunter. Minnesota's gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. When Donovan Mitchell, Greg, is on the floor, he is the offense.
Yeah, and that goes beyond just his ridiculous scoring. It gets overlooked that he's also a skilled passer. So one way or another, Mitchell is finding points out there.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Darius Garland, the son of former NBA player Winston Garland, said that he was a sponge growing up listening to his dad. He hung on every word about playing point guard. Darius says, I learned the little things much quicker. He taught me at a young age to change gears to keep defenders off balance. Kevin?
And he's doing it. I love the tricks of the trade you just talked about. Thank you so much. So it's the Cavaliers now, after the basket by Minnesota. Garland, no good.
Tough to hit that shot when the D is all over you like that.
Chalk up 2 there. And now an 8-point Timberwolves lead.
Well, for someone who is mostly an off guard, Edwards puts up great assist numbers.
Mitchell outside. Back to Garland. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. And they'll keep possession. And there's Mitchell. That's good on the assist by Hunter. Mitchell's got 10 points.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Gobert with a screen on Garland. Here's ATrain. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
And he ends up missing both free throws. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Mitchell outside. Pass to Hunter. Mobley with it. Now defended by Gobert. And it's Hunter with the jam.
From right in close, DeAndre Hunter.
Gobert with a screen on Garland. ATrain, the pass to Gobert. Here's ATrain. Picked by Randall. Here's ATrain. That's a hand on it. Randall on the follow. Randall's got 5 points now this quarter.
Relentless on the backboard. Randall, a fantastic rebounder, and that time it directly leads to points.
Now one against Gobert. Outside Garland. He gets it in there. 36 points for Darius Garland.
Yeah, he's in such a great rhythm right now. Makes sense to get him the ball any way you can.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. And here is Mitchell. 10 points for him. Lets it go. ATrain pulls it in. Minnesota's gotten going here in the second half from outside, nailing 3 of 4 from the arc. Driving to the basket. Mobley with the block.
Yeah, this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
And right now, let's watch that terrific swat.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that way.
Dillingham's checked in for Minnesota. A switch here also for Cleveland. Tyson's checked in. Mitchell right side. And here's Garland for 3. And rebounded by McDaniels. McDaniels got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. That'll be Minnesota as it goes out of bounds. Timberwolves retain possession. Robinson Earls checked in for the Timberwolves. Dante DiVincenzo comes in for McDaniels. ATrain, good. ATrain's got 41.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Pass to Tyson. Back to Garland. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And he knows exactly what he's doing. Garland gets inside and puts the defender in a position where he has to foul.
Free throw good, Garland. Both free throws good from Garland.
I'm sure they don't want to send him to the line. That has to be in their scouting.
Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. There's the drive. ATrain, the pass to Robinson Earl. Dillingham, no good. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Pass to Mobley. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. Here's Tyson from outside the arc. And a great assist by Allen as that one goes in.
Well, it's a three-point shooting league. Guys like him are so important for spacing.
Now Dillingham. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Mobley outside. Pass to Tyson. And that one is hammered home.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. ATrain, and that one is stuffed right through.
Just the kind of play they need in a game this close.
You know, that's the kind of aggression they want from their floor leader.
Well, it's always a big plus when you have a point guard that can attack the rim like that, puts so much pressure on the defense.
That gives them the lead. Tyson's got 8 points in the quarter.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
Here's the screen. Here's ATrain, and he uses both hands to jam it in. Third quarter here, and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Cavaliers trailing. Mitchell outside. Allen at the screen for Mitchell. That three off the mark.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Drives to the hoop. Count it. And he'll have a chance for a three-point play. Here's Garland picks one up.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
Minnesota making a switch here. Minod's checked in. Cleveland also making some changes. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Jared Allen. Max Strus comes in for Evan Mobley. And it's a Coro in for Mitchell. The Cavaliers trail by 4. Coro with it. Outside Garland. Trying to find Capella. Gets it to him. Minnesota with the rebound. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sake, good luck trying to stop him now.
Well, playing his role to perfection. Using his size to control the glass for his team.
Outside Garland. That's a floater go, and they pick up 2. Garland's got 40 points.
Well, there's no question he's carrying the load in this quarter, but he's going to need some help.
There's a good screen. Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. Now Dillingham. He's got 7, down to 5 on the shot clock. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. For Minnesota, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
And the first one drops. Clark, he's checked in for Dante DiVincenzo. And the free throw's good from ATrain. And here's Hunter. He'll bring it up for the Cleveland Cavaliers. Trailing by 4. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Releases. That one, no good. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. Timberwolves lead by 4. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feat.
Well, it's one of the core parts of the game. Reading the defense and creating an easy bucket for your teammate. That is pretty.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be in it. Then there's Hunter, and it's Mobley in at the foresight. Here's ATrain. And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Gobert with a screen on Garland. He takes it in, throws it down despite the man right in his face. A chance here for a three-point play.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
We see coaches stand willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. I'm going back in my Rolodex here. Did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college. And she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh, goodness. Here's Tyson. Edwards defending. Allen up top. Here's Garland. Offensive struggles continue, missing again.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
And we've got a timeout called from Chris Finch. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. McDaniels, he's checked in for Minnesota. Okoro, he's checked in for Cleveland. Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. Gobert with a screen on Garland. Here's ATrain. That one goes. Count it. ATrain's got 57 points.
And they're getting points, they're getting stops, and this is how they'd like to play all the time.
Great example of how to build a lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And here's Garland for three. Rebound, Minnesota. Edwards got his 5th rebound in this one. Randall right side. Pass to ATrain. Gobert with a screen on Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Randall from outside gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Timberwolves lead by 18.
And if he gets the space, Randall absolutely will take that shot. Not afraid of that corner three.
There's Garland. Softly drops in the floater. Garland's got 42 in the game.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Driving the lane. The shot's good. 59 points for ATrain.
Well, he's had a night. This team feeds off of his energy. And every time they've needed a bucket, he's delivered.
Here's Allen. That's in. That's his 5th field goal. He's shooting a hot 71%. 5 for 7. Minnesota leading by 16. Randall a screen on Garland. ATrain the pass to Edwards. Over Garland. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
And you gotta box out Gobert or he will make you pay on the offensive glass.
Cleveland's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Randall a screen on Garland. Here's ATrain. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Evan Mobley's checked in for the Cavaliers. DeAndre Hunter comes in for Okoro. And now Minnesota. And again.
And never in the history of the franchise have we seen a game like this. He's putting on a remarkable performance.
It's their all-time single-game scoring record. Their fans will be reliving this game for a long, long time. Allen kicks to Hunter. Cleveland moving it around. On the wing, Mitchell. Hunter with a screen on Edwards. Looking to get it going. And rejection by McDaniel.
A swat from McDaniel with a near 7-foot wingspan. He can cover a lot of ground.
ATrain, good. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Well, I love how connected they've been defensively. They're right into shooters and piling up block shots.
And just a great job converting those second chance points as well. They're having a great night getting those second and third shot opportunities.
Gobert the screen. And there's the drive. Randall outside. Here's ATrain, guarded by Garland. Here's ATrain. Mobley with the block. Pass to Hunter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Yeah, a little too aggressive there trying to stop Hunter.
And Stan, here we are watching DeAndre Hunter. What impresses you most about his game?
Well, I like how steady he has been since he came into the league. I like the fact that he's a guy who can make shots but doesn't need the ball a lot. And I especially like, Kevin, that he's just a guy who figures out what needs to be done, and he's willing to do any of it to help his team win.
What a great intangible, right? To shift during a game and, like you said, give the team what they need at that moment. Allen, a screen on DiVincenzo. Hunter against DiVincenzo. There's Garland. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
Oh, big finish from Garland. These kinds of buckets really help his confidence.
Minnesota making a switch. Plumlee's checked in. Garland no good on the free throw. Plumlee with the screen. ATrain, good.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands. Just makes sense. That's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Plumlee with a screen on Garland. Driving in. Again, what an avalanche! 71 points and no end in sight.
Young fella is in the zone. The defense right now looks helpless.
And good! There's another. That gives him 51.
Making it look easy. And tonight's battle is going to end with a very clear winner, leaving nothing to chance. Impressive win for the Timberwolves.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And with the
good, that's another bucket.
And he's now tied for the 4th most points in an NBA game all time. He is knocking down everything.
It's truly one of the greatest games in league history. He cannot miss.
73. What a number, tying Wilt and David Thompson. Only Wilt and Kobe have more in a single game.
Capella against Plumlee. The wide open shot from Strus. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 36 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Plumlee with a screen on Garland. And good, he hits it again.
Unreal. He's got the 4th most points ever in an NBA game. This man is on another planet.
I mean, what can you say? One of the all-time individual games in NBA history.
And honestly, guys, I don't know how you stop him. I mean, he's into the mid-70s scoring-wise. Wilt's 78, Kobe's 81, and Wilt's 100 are the only higher scoring games ever.
Another bucket! Wow!
And that puts him even for 3rd on the single-game scoring list. Simply amazing.
I'm at a loss for words. Greg, his has been one of the greatest offensive games we'll ever see.
And to equal a mark set way back in 1961 by Wilt Chamberlain, that tells you all you need to know.
And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. And we'll see you next time.